All right, and we're live. Welcome, everybody. This is Christina Delgado, and I have the honor and privilege of hosting this webcast for you with the amazing and incredible creator of the 21 Day Fix and the brand spanking new 21 Day Fix Extreme, Autumn Calabrese. Say hi, Autumn.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule so that you guys know. Autumn is in the car right now because she
Not driving, literally pulled over on the side of the road, just so we're all clear.
We're being safe, but she is stuck in LA traffic trying to get home to her son. Hasn't gotten there yet, but she has really taken time out of her schedule to talk to not only Diesel Nation, but we opened this up to whoever wanted to join us tonight. And we thank you guys for taking time out of your schedules to be with us and to learn not only about Autumn, get to hear her story, but for you to hear it from the horse's mouth why we're so passionate about the 21 Day Fix. And now we have another tool in our bag of tricks that we have for our customers, which is the 21 Day Fix Extreme. And for us too, I know I am absolutely excited. I keep tracking my package for it to arrive, and it's gonna come tomorrow. So Autumn, just so you know, I think I told you, but right when it went on sale, I went and I ordered the base kit plus the upgrade, and I forgot to expedite, and then I'm like, oh, what do I do? So I just went back and bought another one. So
oh my God, you're hilarious.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
I'm gonna be the one swimming through containers in the house, but
right.
It's good because I couldn't wait to get my hands on the program, just like I'm sure every coach in the network. We're so excited. But
you want to know what's really funny actually about that? So being the creator, they do give me some that I'm allowed to give away, like to family and friends. And so I sent one to my older sister who did just recently sign up to be a coach, and she posted a photo that it came today, and everybody was yelling at her. They were like, why do you have it already? And she's like, I do know the creator. So I was laughing because everybody was like, wait a minute, I don't understand.
That's funny. It's like, she may be my sister? That's so
yeah,
funny.
I was like, she does. Everyone wants to get a perk for being the sister.
Well, I saw some coaches get their packages today, but I'm like, I think one of ours I think Amy Coppola got her package. I did see Melanie Mitro with her package, but she is the top coach.
Okay.
So I don't know if she had some special treatment there, but
I don't know.
Mine is coming tomorrow, and I'm super excited. I think I'm going to start Monday, starting a challenge group on Monday, and hopefully we'll see some outrageous results like we did with the 21 Day Fix and continue to see with the 21 Day Fix. But Autumn, I wanted you to kick us off real quick with your story. A little bit about who you are, where you came from, how the 21 Day Fix came to be, and then how Extreme came to be, because I think it's important for people to have a perspective on the enormity of this product and you as it relates to your relationship with Beachbody. So if you can share that, I'd appreciate it.
Sure. So I'll try to make sure that I don't do the crazy long version of my story, because that does take a little bit of time. But I've told it quite a few times now, but I think the first time you probably heard it, Christina, was in Miami almost a year ago now. And it actually, we started talking about it because Carl had been on stage talking about all the positive influences in his life that kind of led him to where he is. And then the mic got passed to me, and I got on stage, and somebody was like, well, Carl told us his, what were yours? And I paused it because I said, mine's actually not the same story. It's actually the exact opposite. I had a lot of people my whole life telling me, no, you can't, it won't happen, it's not going to happen. I just so happen to have a very stubborn personality, so when somebody tells me no, I'm like, watch me. And that's kind of how it started. God, I could go literally back to the time I was 5. I was just telling somebody this story yesterday. When I was 5, I went to bed one night with pain in my hip, woke up the next morning and couldn't walk. And literally fell out of bed, ended up in the hospital for a week, They ran every test humanly possible on me. My parents I might never walk again. Literally had no idea what was wrong with me. And it just slowly but surely got better. And it was interesting because I'd always wanted to dance, but because of that incident and because they never found out what the problem was with my hip, my dad wouldn't let me dance at first. Like, he wouldn't let me take gymnastics like I wanted to because he was like, no, 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 we're not going to tempt fate. And then after about 5 or 6 more years of seeing that, like, I was fine and a normal kid and nothing was wrong, he finally did let me sign up for dance. But, like, that was kind of one of the first struggles that I got hit with because it set me back already with in terms of doing something I wanted to do. And then over years I danced. I went to college as a dance major. And my whole growing up dancing, I had teachers who were really positive and encouraged me even through like corrective criticism. Like, it was never a negative thing until I got to college. And then my ballet master was like the worst man ever and just put me down constantly. To the point, like, I was in the middle of class one day and he like lifted my leg up behind my head and I was like, ow, because my back doesn't bend like that. Again, I started dance later than most kids. And he was like, oh, well, if it hurts, you should be a secretary, and like shooed me off. Well, it turns out 2 years later, I ended up with a bulging disc in my lower spine from a little too much of the ballet and the fact that my body just wasn't designed to do it. So my dance career ended right then at 19. The doctor basically said, like, if you keep dancing the way you're dancing, you will be in back surgery by the time you're 21. And so here I am at 19, like, what am I going to do with my life? This is all I ever planned. I had to drop out of college, if you will, because I didn't know what to do with myself, and I was a dance major. So I took a semester off. I thought about what I wanted to do. I went back for physical therapy and because I figured maybe I could work with injured dancers. And then that just wasn't for me. And I, again, fumbled my way through for a year or two, decided to move to California, and I was like, I'm going to pursue the acting thing because it still allows me to perform and I can still dance, maybe just not as much. And I did that for a while, and it was going okay. And then I met the man who I ended up marrying, and he was kind of like, he was older than me, and he was like, look, you need a real, like, job, like, career. Like, you know, if we're going to have a family, I need you to have a real job, not this, I'm a waitress and I'm pursuing acting. And I was young, and so I was impressionable, and I was like, okay, maybe you're right. And so I stopped acting, and I became a casting director assistant. And for the first time ever, I was sitting at a desk for like 12 hours a day, and I literally wanted to kill myself. I was like, this is the worst. Like, this is horrible. I've never been so sad and depressed in my life as those 4 months working for that woman. And while I was there, I was like, I can't do this. Like, I have to come up with something else. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to be a dance teacher. What am I going to do? And I decided on personal training because I had been a dance teacher. I had taught. And I was like, I want dance to be for me. So I became a personal trainer. I was doing that. I got married. You know, I was getting pregnant, having my son, and through all of that, there were highs and lows in my business. And I had actually had the idea for what was Change My Plate, the portion control, when I was married, and my husband didn't want me to pursue it. He didn't want me to do anything with it. He was like, you're Lucy. You always have an idea. You always have a scheme. Like, just go to work and do your job and run your business. Like, let's stop spending more money. He just doesn't have an entrepreneur's look at things. And so I didn't, obviously. There was a move to Dallas in there. I left my business. We moved to Dallas for his job. I was there for 5 weeks. My son was 6 months old, and I was like, absolutely not. I know with every being of my body, this is not where I belong. I was like, I'm going home. This is not home. And I said to my husband, and I was like, you can come or you can wait for a transfer, but I'm leaving tomorrow. And he was like, well, I'm going to wait for a transfer. And he stayed in Dallas for 3 months. I packed my 6-month-old son up and drove back to California and picked my business right back up where I had left it off, hired somebody to help me with my son, and was just like, this is life. This is what we're doing. And a few months later, he came home, and we were together for another year and a half. We ended up getting divorced. It just didn't work out. And that was fine. I finally got to pursue making Change My Plate, and all of that was great. launched it. Beachbody found it. They wanted to bring me in. They wanted to buy it from me. I was like, this is fantastic. You know, that was a good month-long process before they actually bought it. But in the midst of all of that, there was other things over the years. I had auditioned to replace Jillian Michaels twice. It came down to me and Anna Kournikova. They obviously picked Anna Kournikova. It was 4 months of auditioning for that, only to have the door slammed in my face at the last minute. And it was devastating. And every time it would happen, I would just, like, you know, cry. I would call my best friend, and I would be like, I don't understand. Like, what else can I do? Maybe this is all I'm going to do is be a trainer, and that's fine, but maybe I just need to be happy with that. And, like, the next day I would just get back up, and I was like, no, that's just not acceptable in my brain. Like, there's something else more for me. I know it. And I would just keep going. And like I said, then I launched Change My Plate. It got in the hands of Beachbody, and it was great, and everything was going well. And they were like, okay, we're going to do a test group. The test group was supposed to be 9 weeks long. It ended up being 33 weeks long. Which was crazy in and of itself because I was the one teaching it 6 days a week, twice a day, and still having all my other clients. So I was working 14-hour days because I couldn't give up my other clients yet. I had no idea what the product was going to be or what it was going to do. And we finally made it to, like, the week before we were going to film the workout. And I was in rehearsals one day, and I was prepping for competition because I was competing that weekend. And I got a call from my ex-husband, who lived a mile down the street from me, and he's like, I lost my job today. I'm moving to San Diego next week. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? I can't have this conversation with you right now. I'm in rehearsal. Like, I'm depleted. I'm dehydrated. It's the biggest rehearsals of my life. And I was like, what are you saying right now? And so I literally went home and had a massive panic attack. Like, one of my friends came over, and I sobbed my eyes out, and I was like, I don't understand what's happening. My world is falling apart, and it can't fall apart right now. And he's like, Autumn, your world is not falling apart. Pick yourself up. You're stronger than this. You have a job that allows you to take care of Dominic on your own. Let him go. Take care of Dominic. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And that's what I did. And I competed that weekend, and it was great. And I took 6. And I had 2 days off, and we went in, and we filmed the workouts, and they were amazing. And then I had 6 months to sit there and wait for the launch. So it was like, what do I do with my life for 6 months? Because I can't tell anybody about it. But the point is through all of it, my life has not been handed to me. It has really not been easy. There's been struggles. I've lived in 6 different states. I've lived on my own since I was 17. I paid to put myself through college. There's definitely been ups and downs with my family. I don't talk to my mom anymore. There, you know, like, I've been knocked down plenty of times, but you have 2 options. You can stay down there and let the world walk all over you, or you can pick yourself back up and get back to it. And I just choose to pick myself back up and get back to it because I know no matter how many times you get a door slammed in your face, another one will open. Like, no matter how gloomy it seems that day, how grim it is, how bad it looks, it does get better. And you know what? As high as it is and as great as it is, it'll get shitty again too. There will be a day where I get my teeth kicked in again. Yeah, I had it happen to me a month ago. I was seeing somebody for 7 months. It was going great, and then it wasn't. And I was, like, devastated. And I was right in the middle of everything for Extreme and everything. And I was like, I don't have time for the breakdown I deserve right now, but that's life. Like, you just keep going, and not that that's really a big deal, but obviously we all know when you get your heart broken, it's a big deal, and, you know, that was my big deal for the time being, whatever. But, you know, that's, like I said, that's life. You just keep going. So that's my story.
I mean, I don't know about you guys that are watching this, but, like, she's a real person, you know, like when you talk about your story, and you said a lot more today than you did in Miami, more of the personal side of Autumn, which thank you for sharing, first of all, because you really don't get that very often where someone, you know, we see on the outside, we see you on the cover of our programs, we see you as the face of the 21 Day Fix. And a lot of times people get this perception of perfection. And yes, on the outside, you have this beautiful body, this beautiful face, everything looks put together. But internally and through your experiences, you're kind of just like us that have gone through
Absolutely.
everything imaginable, from divorce and loss and relationship stress and people telling you no. And it's the same thing with us, not only in life but in our business. So hopefully if you guys were listening to that, man, there's so many takeaways. And know that anyone can do anything. You know, whatever it is, whether it's with your Beachbody business or with a dream that you have, like Autumn had. I mean, look at where we would be if she hadn't kept persevering. I've told her once, I'll tell her again, it was the launch of the 21 Day Fix that gave me the platform to leave my job as a lawyer. My income skyrocketed after 21 Day Fix launched, and I was comfortable. I said, this is the future of Beachbody. This program is something that we needed, that we continue to need, and was a blessing for our businesses. And if you're a brand new coach, I mean, you probably are starting with the 21 Day Fix. I really don't start any person with this business without them having done the 21 Day Fix. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for that. So let's talk now about these amazing programs that you put together. And I have some questions that I compiled, as well as some questions that I had asked of our team to provide to me. And I'm going to throw you a softball. And
Okay.
the first softball is, what are the key differences between the 21 Day Fix, the original program, and Fix Extreme? Just to put it into perspective for everybody.
Yeah, so here's what I actually like to do first is actually give you guys kind of the similarities so that you know what you're not losing, I guess. First of all, there's still 30-minute workouts. There is still a modifier. They do still have, it's still 7 different workouts, so there's a different workout every day of the week. It's still upper body, lower body. There's a Pilates day, a yoga day, dirty 30s in there. Cardio is still in there. And then the cardio with weights day actually turned into a metrics. So those are all still in there, but I've definitely amped up the workouts. The biggest thing I wanted to do with Extreme was, I was like, okay, 21 Day Fix is for everybody. And that's fantastic. And I'm so happy I got to be the one to put that program out there like that for everybody. But people see me and they see a tiny petite girl and they're like, how hard can she really work us? You know, and there are people that love the extreme programs, that love Insanity and T25 and P90X. And I was like, I want to show everybody, I want to take them to my intensity when I work out. You know, like 21 Day Fix is my knowledge and what I use with clients and that sort of thing. Now I want them on my level. Step into my world for a day. So that's the intensity I put behind the 30-minute workout. With the nutrition plan, it's interesting because everybody kind of assumes, oh, it's the containers and it's not really anything different. Like maybe she took away our wine and chocolate and that's it. And it's really not the case. There's 2 different meal plans now. There's the Fix Extreme meal plan, which is definitely more dialed in the 21 Day Fix. And yes, your wine is gone and yes, your chocolate is gone. And some things are off the menu that were on there before, that sort of thing. And then there is the Countdown to Competition plan. And this one is the real butt kicker. The Countdown to Competition is what I tell everybody is one of the biggest mental challenges you'll take. It is not a starvation. You are still eating the same number of calories. You are still eating from the same calorie bracket. But this is about as dialed in as you will probably ever get with your nutrition. It's restricted in terms of even the options of what you get. There is carb depleting days in there. It's just, it's tough. I'm not going to lie. Like, you got to be mentally in it. But the best thing about it is it's only 21 days, and you can totally do it for 21 days. And you have the 2 programs. So you have the Extreme plan and you have the Countdown to Competition plan. So if you start with Countdown to Competition, you're like, this is a little too intense for me, you can always switch over to the Extreme. You're going to have amazing results no matter what with either one of the food plans. There is, like I said, still a modifier in the workouts. It's not cat. Sorry to break everybody's heart, but it's not cat. And that modifier is still working her butt off. So, like, even though we're taking out she takes out the impact and that sort of thing on some of the jumping stuff, you're still going to get your butt handed to you, even following the modifier in an awesome way. So I think those are the major differences. 21 Day Fix really is for everybody. Fix Extreme is not for everybody. This is not the program you start somebody on who hasn't worked out before. This is the program for somebody with a baseline of fitness. It's for somebody who's already done some of our other programs or has already done 21 Day Fix. Athletes, people who have short-term goals and really want to see big changes in their body in a short amount of time. But this is not for the person who's like, hey, I haven't worked out in 5 years. I don't even know how to lift a dumbbell. Like, it's that 21 Day Fix. That is for them.
Okay.
Extreme is for those who want to take it to the next level.
All right. I think you answered a ton of my questions there.
Good.
I have 2 specific questions, and I'm going to throw you the Shakeology question.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that are a little bit nervous that there's been some rumors. I'm not going to say who started them, but there's been some rumors that Shakeology is not allowed on this competition plan. Can you talk to us about that, and what is the real deal there?
Okay, so first of all, Shakeology is allowed on Countdown to Competition. Now, originally, and what you're probably hearing is from the original coach test group, where it was not, where I had actually pulled it from them, because when I gave them Countdown to Competition, I was like, this is my Countdown to Competition to a T. When I am in competition prep the last 3 weeks, I do not eat anything. Like, I don't have shakes, I don't have bars. I literally eat real lean animal protein and vegetables. So when I first did and designed the Countdown to Competition plan, that's how it was designed. After talking to the coaches about it, and obviously talking to the head of my development department and Carl, I was like, you know what? We should put Shakeology back in there. Shakeology is amazing. It's fantastic for you. There is nothing about it that hinders your results. It is still going to give you amazing results. So you can absolutely still have your Shakeology as one of your reds.
Yay! I think that was like a huge sigh of relief there. So okay, my next question, okay, because with the 21 Day Fix, I know I've had not only personal success, but I've had a lot of success with my clients that have a lot of weight to lose, where they have done multiple rounds and continue to do rounds of the 21 Day Fix. Is it the same with the 21 Day Fix Extreme, and more specifically with this Countdown to Competition, where you can do this over and over again, or is it not advised to do the Countdown to Competition repeatedly, back to back? Does that make sense?
That is a fantastic question, and yes, it is. It makes sense. So here's the deal with that. Absolutely, can you do multiple rounds of Extreme? Yes. Do I advise people to do more than one back-to-back round of Countdown to Competition? I say basically, here's how I tell people to do it. If you do one round with Countdown to Competition, go do at least one round on the Extreme plan, and then go back if you want to. And there's a couple reasons for that. There's nothing unhealthy about the Countdown to Competition. What happens is, it is super restrictive. Like I said, you're limited in your choices of food. When you do that to yourself for too long, you're going to go binge. Eventually, you're going to burn out on it, and you're going to be like, screw this. You're going to have one bad day, and you're going to be like, ah. I watch competitors do it all the time. I just saw a girl I competed with in November. I saw her today, and I was like, why do I know her? I know her, I know her, I know her. It took me 10 minutes to figure out how I know her, because she's 15 pounds heavier than when I saw her in November. Because when you restrict yourself for too long, you'll fall off the wagon eventually. Okay. So instead of being that strict with yourself and being like, I'm not going to have wine and I'm not going to have chocolate and I'm going to minimize my carbs for this amount of time, do the countdown plan when you're like, yes, I am going to get it shredded. I'm going to dial it in as much as I can, Cancun, right? Yeah. And then go to Extreme. You're still dialed in. You're still going to get shredded. But I wouldn't do multiple rounds of countdown in a row.
In a row. Okay. I'm really glad that we addressed that, so that we keep this, in the way that it's supposed to be, and we don't have people kind of going off the deep end, because I have seen that happen multiple times where
Yes.
someone is, prepping for a competition and then completely falls off the wagon after the competition because they've been restricted for so long. So you guys, I hope you heard that. Do it once, then go back to the extreme plan, then you can, go on and so forth, but don't try to do so many of that back to back. Now, that brings up a good point with some people that would say, well, I don't want to be a competition. Like personally, I don't want to compete. That doesn't restrict you from doing this program, right? I mean, I just want to be really, really good.
It has nothing, here's the thing, you guys, it has nothing to do with competition. And even the way I look the week leading up to stage and stepping on stage, I'm not giving you guys that. I'm giving you guys the 3 weeks before that. The stuff we do, if I'm being completely honest about competition, the stuff we do the week of competition and the night before we step on stage and the day we step on stage, there's nothing healthy about it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being completely honest. You're cutting your water, you're dehydrated, you're cutting your carbs, you're cutting your sodium. That's the week leading up to competition. That is not a part of this plan at all, nor would it ever be a part of a plan I would put out there for anybody, because that is just something very specific to stepping on stage and the fact that you have to be that dry, as we call it, when you step on stage. That's not what this is at all. So this is just, like I said, it's for people who just want to get shredded, who want to, like an athlete's body, like take your body to the level that you can take it to. Just see how far you can go in 21 days. That's how I want people to look at it. I just want them to look at it as another fitness challenge for them. What can I do with my fitness level in 21 days?
All right, awesome. And then last question, and I will let you get home to Dom. I know you're like stuck in the car.
Okay. Probably helping with traffic so I don't have to sit in it.
We have on our team like some marathon runners, and now I've seen it. It's like marathon season. If you're doing the 21-day fix extreme, can you run on top of it, or would you recommend not running because the nutrition program is so tight in terms of the calories that you're given for the workouts that day?
Here's the thing. I would not recommend for them to do countdown to competition because, like I said, there is between days in there, and for a marathon runner, that's not great. But they could do the extreme plan. You have to remember, I'm not cutting calories. We are not cutting calories in some crazy restrictive way. Yes, it's designed for you to lose weight, but it's not like this is some like crazy under 1,000 calorie diet where you're not going to have the energy that you need. In fact, it's going to be the exact opposite. You're eating so healthy and so clean, your body is going to be running like a well-oiled machine. So the only thing I would say to somebody, if they're going to do a fixed extreme workout and go do a long run, is they probably need to add in at least one more yellow into their day.
Got it.
Because of that long run. So for that, they might need to play with their calorie bracket a little bit, even like if they're doing 9-mile runs, 10-mile runs several times a week. I would tell them, make sure they use the formula that puts, how right now with 21-day fix, I'm always like, use the formula on page 76.
Yeah.
They need to, I don't know what page it is on the book this year. I got to look at it. But I would want you to use that formula where it puts you in a little bit higher calorie range.
All right, perfect. Well, I think all the questions were asked, or you answered them at some point. I'm going to let you go because I know you got to get home. I just wanted to say again, from the bottom of my heart and the heart of our team, which is really a 21-day fix team. There's other teams that identify themselves with Insanity and or Shalene. I do consider that the identity of our team is a 21-day fix team because of you and what it did for our team in 2014 and continues now. So thank you. Me and you, we home slices. I
can't wait to see you in Mexico.
I can't wait to see you in Cancun. I'm going to be looking awesome. You're going to be so proud of me. I'm gonna be like,
I am. You already look awesome, and I am proud of you, but I can't wait to see what you do with Extreme. I am very excited about that.
thank you. Well, thanks for being on, and I can't thank you enough for taking this time out, and I will see you very soon, Autumn.
Yes, my pleasure. Oh my God, wait, I have to tell you guys something before I forget. Carl will kill me. Okay, so here's the deal. He is deemed February. God, stop texting me, people. Okay, he's deemed February. He's calling it Fixuary.
Okay.
Because 21 Day Fix Extreme is, okay. He's so proud of himself for coming up with the name Fixuary, Fixuary, okay? So here's what I need everybody to do tonight. I need you guys to go on Facebook and put up a post using, I don't care how you come up with putting the word Fixuary in there and the fact that it's the Fix month because we are launched Extreme and we've got challenge packs and Kickstarter packs all on sale. But get on Facebook, use the word Fixuary, and then tag Carl in it so that he knows I told you guys about it. Because he really is like dying to get this word to catch on for the month.
All right,
so that's my big request from all of you guys is to spread the word that Fixuary catches on.
Awesome. Well, if it's up to our team, that will catch on. Trust me. So, but you know,
I love it.
Let's do something. Give me a big smile. Let me take a picture so that we could use your picture for the Fixuary post. Ready? One. Wait, I need to stop talking. Go back to you. Say something, Autumn.
Hi, can you see me?
There. No. Go back to you.
Is it not? I got to keep talking? Tell me when you're ready and I'll stop and smile.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
I'm like, all right. Good night. We'll see you.
All right.
Soon.
Thank you. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.